How am I really opening up this vlog with a yawn? I literally did just wake up though, so good morning, Swamp family. It's gonna weird me out if I don't say, hey everybody, it's Bunny. I really enjoyed a video that I put up last week, which was called Why I Don't Hunt Ghosts Anymore, or Why I Don't Ghost Hunt Anymore, something like that. It was like a little bit of a daily vlog, and to be honest, I have been wanting to get more into like daily and weekly vlogging for a long time. I don't feel like that one was perfect, but I felt like I just kind of videoed throughout that day. I had some fun footage. I didn't get overwhelmed. It was great. It really made me happy to see that you guys enjoyed that video so much because I felt like I was just like being real, having fun, not trying to make anything like bigger or better or more interesting than life really is. So I thought, hey, let's try that again today. By the way, I found my original Nokia. Should I try and find a charger for this thing on eBay? Maybe we can like read through my old high school text messages. I think I had this phone when I was like a freshman. Well, you know what? I feel like they didn't used to sell us like a new, bigger, better, crazier, more expensive phone every single year. So I feel like I had this phone throughout high school. Anyway, I'm pretty much just waking up, right? Still in my pajamas. I feel like I recently said that in a video as well. You guys, I recently rediscovered in my closet this Sting shirt and I have been missing it for what I thought was several years. It was just like smashed in the back of my closet. Like it had fallen off a hanger. And I think that like once a piece of clothing just falls off a hanger into a closet, it's like the nether world for an item of clothing. It's just, how are you ever gonna find that again? But I've been doing some winter cleaning, even though it's like 70 something degrees today, so it doesn't really feel like winter here. It's more like spring. Spring cleaning. It fits. Anyway, you guys, I am basically just waking up and I was honestly creating a new thumbnail for a banana peppers video. And I was looking at some makeup pictures. Like I took some oh, now that I'm saying this out loud, I'm gonna say this thought that I just had because in my heart of hearts, I feel like this concept probably resonates with some of you guys. Somewhere along the way, I had gotten lost of what my original purpose and my original passion for having a YouTube channel is, which is just literally to like connect with you guys and to let you guys know that no matter what you're thinking and feeling, there is somebody else out there that is going through the same stuff as you and feeling the same feelings as you. And part of this whole process that was very important to me was to just like, I don't know if validate is the right word. Swamp family is just so important to me. And I feel like the friendships and the family that we've cultivated over the years is so important to me. For some reason, I just like got super into my head, I think. I feel like it's no secret, right, that for the past, basically since the very end of 2016, I have been struggling heavily with depression and just feelings of inadequacy, I guess. I feel like for the first time in my life, I really struggled with, God, what is the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to think of what the opposite of confidence is, but just feeling the most self-conscious and not confident that I ever have in my entire life. Like even during other periods of my life where I would be feeling depressed or be struggling with anxiety, I never really had ever lost my sense of pride in self, my sense of confidence. Like somehow I just kept chugging along with like confidence at a level 10. But everything that had been happening since like end of 2016, I feel like for the first time in my life, for a long time, I really hated myself. And I feel like I struggle to even say that. I feel like that sounds stupid. I pray to God it doesn't come off as egotistical, but I feel like you guys who have been here for a long time, you probably sensed a huge difference because I feel really embarrassed to even like come to grips with these feelings, and I feel like that is what kept me back from just like facing them and getting through this period of extreme self-loathing is I felt really ashamed to admit that, especially like being on social media and making videos and posting, you know, photos on Instagram, whatever I've been doing. And it did almost become like a larger than life character of, you know, I'm always confident. I'm always, you know, just so unwavered in my sense of self. Like, I never care what other people think. You know, I feel like those just became identifying factors of my personality, not only like my real personality, but like this larger online persona, that I felt so ashamed to hate myself that it stopped me for a really long time from just getting over it and learning to love myself again. And I feel like I have been having this revelation for a couple of months now. I would have to say ever since maybe last September, I had some sort of mental breakthrough, and I feel like I just allowed my mind to open up and really think about, you know, not only the positive aspects of my life and my personality and the things that I do love about myself that make me proud to be myself, but also the negative things that make me unhappy and uncomfortable. Just kind of like, where are these feelings of inadequacy, let's say, like where are they stemming from? How can I get past this? Like, I don't want to just linger in limbo of self-hatred for the rest of my life. How can I get over it? And I feel like not only can I tell, but oh my God, I've got a tiny piece of hair on my face. It's driving me crazy. I've been seeing comments like first little bits at a time, and then as of recently, tons of comments and positive comments, and that has really helped. I know that I should never look to the internet for validation, but I feel like, is that not the society that we have become, for better or worse? I feel like so many of us now derive validation. We want others that we communicate with online to see us the way that we see ourselves, the way that we, you know, so it has been helpful for better or worse, or it has at least made me feel better, like I am making progress. The more comments that I've gotten from you guys over the past couple of months saying, wow, I can really tell a difference. Like, you look like you're genuinely having fun. You look like you're genuinely enjoying yourself. I feel like even in the thumbnails, there is a difference between just a natural joy. Now, I know some people like do think me like pulling faces or like, like just like being kind of crazy in a thumbnail or a video is acting, or it's part of personality or a persona or a character or whatever. And that is the only like misconception that is hard for me, I guess, to like get over that hurdle, is like when I feel like people don't like that crazier, like, blah, like kind of side of me, because that is like, honestly, probably my favorite version of myself is just when I feel like I'm radiating like pure chaotic, silly energy. I've always been like that. I feel like I got made fun of and teased pretty much mercilessly all growing up for being such a loud, over-the-top character. Now, I don't want to be like that every day. I feel like I definitely went through a period of time where it wasn't natural and it was forced, that constant like, like crazy energy. But on the days where I am filming a video and I'm like at a 10 and I am just having like pure joy, like I hate when people think that that is a character, because I feel like it is such a pure part of my personality. Like, whether it resonates personally with people, like whether the individual out there like personally likes that, I hate to be inclined to like suppress that inside of myself to be more universally appealing or to seem more like relatable or whatever, because that's just me, like being funny, not funny, it's not that funny, probably not that funny, but just being like funny, silly, and just, you know, it is what it is. But you guys, I feel like I had an even further breakthrough this morning, that I feel like I could come here and talk to you guys about, because I want to know if anybody else who has like been, I hate to say like the dark place, if you've been in a really dark place and then you feel yourself like climbing out of it, did you guys have this experience as well? And if you feel like you're in a super dark place, I feel like I want to tell you guys about this experience, because I get a lot of questions all the time, basically like, oh, like, anytime I've like hinted that I'm like feeling better, doing better, I dug myself out of an eternal soulless black hole, I get asked a lot of times, how did you do it? And I really don't have an answer. I wish to God that I did. If I could just bottle it up and just give it to everybody that felt like shit and it would magically cure them, I would. It's so, I hate this. I hate as I'm saying this, but it's the truth, is just every single day you have to try your best to work on yourself and work through those feelings of sometimes self-loathing and negativity, sadness. I feel like the other reason I stopped talking about this stuff is it's like, I don't want people to think in any way that I'm saying like, don't get a therapist, don't get medication. It's like everything works differently for everyone, and it's like a personal choice. Like, I have had conversations with my doctor, you should have conversations with your doctor. Like, it's a personal journey for everybody, right? But for me, it has just been mostly a day-to-day grind, really trying to improve myself, really trying to explore the root reasons, the root causations of why I feel the way that I feel, allowing myself to really feel bad some days. I know that sounds silly. A lot of self-care days I've had to take, but I don't think it's an easy journey for anybody, but you absolutely should not give up, because I know I've always said this, and I feel like I was in a really bad place. I was cured all right, and then I've been like really, really bad again. And I just feel like I'm starting to get better again. The journey is not easy. And I feel like, unfortunately for some of us, it is kind of like a lifelong journey. I feel like, I don't know. I don't know if this is dark, but it's hard for me to believe that anybody out there just 100% feels great. Is that dark-minded? Is that not good? I just can't imagine that. Discuss below. So anyway, I started to really have this like revelation breakthrough this morning, because I'd taken some selfies yesterday. Do you see why I started to laugh at myself? First of all, I just got out of doing that for a really long time, which I feel like that was a big portion of something that really made me feel good, was just taking pictures. Like, I've done this my whole life. I've always loved cameras. Just like if I put on my makeup or do a really cool outfit, like even if I don't take like a professional, like Instagram worthy photo or something, I still just love to take pictures of all the different looks that I'm doing so that I can see like how bad I was about 5 years ago and how much my skills have improved or how much my fashion has changed. And really over the past couple of years, I stopped doing that. Even if I would actually get dressed in a cute outfit or do my makeup in a cute style, like I just didn't really feel up to taking pictures. And I think, as embarrassing as it is for me to admit this, I didn't feel worthy of taking photos of myself. And I have sort of hated, not all, but a lot of the pictures I've taken over the past like 2 to 3 years. I just felt like there was always something missing, and it was super embarrassing to me, because it's like, even if I was taking a picture and my makeup looked cute and my hair looked cute and my outfit looked cute, I felt like there was something missing inside of me, like inside of my soul. I felt like I just looked really sad and not myself. And I think that I felt really embarrassed to capture that, and much less like actually post it to Instagram to share that with the world. I don't know. Tell me how crazy that sounds. I don't want to make it seem like I have been like so much more intuitive than I really am, because it's not like every single picture I took and I'm like, oh, why do I not want to post this to Instagram? Oh, my unspeakable sadness revealing itself again to the world. It wasn't like that. I just felt like First of all, I have allowed myself to look back way too much over these past couple of years because my favorite form of self-loathing exercise for a long time has been looking back at old pictures of myself and oh my God, why am I so emotional about this? It's so embarrassing. But just like looking back at old pictures of myself, like, oh my God, I'm gonna insert this photo. I hate this. Like, this was one thing I swore to myself I was gonna not keep doing, was like crying, which how can you say that? New Year's resolution, no crying. I'm gonna insert this picture because for whatever reason, I feel like this photo just captures my essence, and I used it as like a headshot. This was the picture that I always sent in, like no matter what the reason was. Somebody was like, hey, give us a headshot or something, some picture for something. This is always the picture that I sent in, is what I'm trying to get to, because I just felt like this was like the essence of me and how I felt about myself, just the essence of my channel. You know, I felt like I had everything, like the cool hair and the red lips and the camo, and I'm just like smiling, and I just felt on the inside how it looked on the outside. And so forever I used that. So one of my favorite forms of self-torture, let's say, was to scroll back through all of these photos and just do like a side-by-side flip and be like, what am I missing now? Why am I not this person anymore? You know, and I feel like that's part of what I wanted to share with you guys today. Is I feel like that is really unhealthy. I feel like and I'm so resistant to change, you guys. I'm the worst. I'm the worst. I felt like that has been some of the most unhealthy things that I've been practicing, is to build this image up in my mind of who I am and what I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to look like. And anything short of that is just complete failure. Hate yourself. I feel like to a point I built myself up in my mind as something that I was not and have never been. I am a huge advocate of confidence and self-love. Like, I feel like those are some of the most important things that we can like work on inside of ourselves. But I feel like to a degree I took it to an unhealthy level where I was sort of like shaming the person that I am now because I was not matching up to that person. I'm like, why? Like, just so frustrated with myself so much. Like, why can't I just sit down, put on camo, red lipstick, do my hair? Like, what is wrong with me? But at that point, it did feel like I was just trying to put on a costume. And I feel like it is okay to just let ourselves change and to become something different. And even as I'm saying this now, you guys, like, is this silly? Stop me if you've heard this before. But, you know, it's not like I don't still wear like camo and red lipstick. Don't do it as much. I miss it even now as I'm talking about it. I miss it. It's hard for me to continue to like work through these things and think that like, oh, I can change. I can be something that's different and even better. I can grow and become a new person and explore new facets of my life. And I feel like, let me know if you guys have this kind of thing. Like, if you just remember and cherish a certain era of your life so hard that you don't want to let it go, and it's like you almost just end up clutching yourself in a stranglehold because you can never be what you were in the past. We are always changing, we're always evolving, and so it's like you can't let yourself go enough, can't let your past self go enough to love a new version of yourself. And for me, I do feel like, you know, I have more like invisible scars, let's say, now. You know, God, I probably took that picture in like 2013 or something. So, you know, I feel like that was part of the self-loathing. Is it's like I feel like I have been through so much more since that time in my life, both positive and negative. Like, we've had a lot of awesome stuff happen too. So it's not like it's just been all negative things, but I feel like it's been really difficult for me to come to grips with sort of embracing those invisible scars and translating them into new positives and new strengths. I feel like this is so stream of consciousness. I hope this means something to anybody. But as I was looking through pictures of my makeup this morning, I had took them yesterday because I went to this really fun event yesterday with Kat. It's so rare that brands like come to Houston and do anything with us little old Texans out here that that in and of itself, I felt just really happy, really charged. So I did my makeup, I did my outfit, I took some pictures, I was just flipping through them. And I feel like I've had this experience now the past couple of times that I have been looking through my own pictures, is I feel like once again, there is that genuine happiness on the outside. I don't really so much feel like I'm faking it until I make it anymore. I feel like there is an actual happy person inside of there. Let me know. I'm just gonna put up a couple of pictures now because I want to know if you guys can tell when I am genuinely happy and when I'm just trying really hard to look genuinely happy. I just want to step out of my head for a second and see if you guys can tell a difference. My gosh, okay. Was not smart enough to use my new camera today. I'm using my old one, so did I just get cut off because the camera overheated? Of course I did. I want to know how much of this is in my own head, because I feel like that is kind of the weird thing that happens sometimes, at least to me, when I am like really going through a lot of depression and anxiety, is it's like I sort of do project these negative feelings, unfortunately, on a lot of what I do, even if it's not really there, if that makes sense. So I'm just curious. I'm curious. Can you guys tell? Is there a difference? We'll probably be able to tell, because y'all will probably definitely be able to tell which picture was taken a while ago and which picture is more recent. At least if you're like a pretty frequent Swamp Family member. I don't know what that hand motion was. Do the dolphin. I hope that somewhere this vlog made any sense. I hope that if you're going through something, it was helpful in the slightest. I just want to let you guys know, like, no matter what kind of dark place that you're in, I know I've said this before, but I feel like refreshed in this now, having just done an incredible hell battle with my inner demons for the past 3 years, that never ever lose hope or faith in yourself. You always have to hold on to that little spark. And that's a concept that I've always just really held true to my heart, is we each have this little unique spark that's in there. Sometimes it's buried, sometimes it gets lost, sometimes you're scared that it's been extinguished inside of yourself, but we all have this little spark that's burning within us that makes us truly who we are. And no two people are alike. I just feel like it is important to just always remember that you have that little spark burning inside of yourself, even when you don't feel like you do anymore, even when you really are 100% sure that you've completely lost it, you have not. There is always hope, and things will always get better. I can assure you that. So, I just wanted to let you guys know. I feel like it's been a long time since I've had a really honest conversation about my mental state and just kind of where my head is at. I know some of you guys like care about this. Some of you guys don't care at all. Some of you guys think that I just end up rambling a lot, which I 1000% do. I'm so guilty of that. My mind is just always kind of stream of consciousness. I sort of start out with like just an overall general, my mind is like this room. This room is an expression of my mind. I start out with like one thing or theme or color palette, and then it just loosely translates into the next thing, into the next thing, into the next thing. And you started a quilt and you end up with a baby doll head. That's just how my mind works. Hopefully this was like helpful. Let me know if you guys want me to do more of this stuff. Like, do y'all want me to start being like more open and honest about stuff like this again? I feel like I stopped just because for a long time, honestly, I have not been in a good place. So and that is a thing that I have to stop saying to myself. I'm still catching myself. This is a work in progress here, but I, for a long time, have felt like I have nothing to offer to anyone. I have nothing to offer to myself or my friends and family, much less to you guys. And I feel like for a long time, that is what has really stopped me from even posting. Like, even posting on Instagram, even doing a freaking Snapchat story. It's because for a long time, I really have felt like kind of worthless. Like I have nothing worth viewing to say or to do, which is I can't explain to you what an alien frame of mind that has been for me. And it is still a work in progress. I'm still working on subtracting the negative things out of my life that I began to repeat myself like a mantra, like repeat to myself, like I am worthless. I have nothing good to offer. I hate myself and everyone hates me. And I've started inserting positive things like, hey, I don't feel like this picture is perfect. I'm gonna post it anyway because I enjoy it. It reflects a positive moment in my life. And I know that I'm like just continually using social media at this point because for me, that is like it's my passion, it's my hobby, it's kind of like everything. But I think that this is hopefully a message that will resonate with somebody else and maybe it'll be something else for you, like ice skating or baking cakes or teaching a college class. I don't know. I know that I'm so blessed to have so many Swamp family members from all different walks of life. That has truly been like one of life's biggest blessings, is like even getting letters and notes and now like text messages and stuff from you guys, just like telling me who you are and what you do. So it's, you know, like I'm just kind of hoping that this message like has some relevance if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you know, to your life versus me just being like, oh, I'm feeling better, I'm gonna post to Instagram. But for me, that has been just a monumental step even over the last month. And I'm still not there. Like, do you guys ever do this where you take a good picture, you take a picture of yourself that you like, that you're proud of, and then you hold on to it and you wait too long to post it, that you start to hate it? Because that's me. But I feel like at least now I'm taking the pictures, like, and that has been a big jump for me, is to even feel happy and content and worthy enough that I want to take pictures to theoretically post to Instagram. Everything is just baby steps. We're all a work in progress and that's okay. But we just have to go along with the ride. One of my favorites of all time, Hunter S. Thompson. Buy the ticket, take the ride. You know, you gotta keep chugging along. So anyway, I was also gonna turn this into like a PR unboxing, which I don't even know if I have enough PR that I've saved up and not pre-opened to make a PR unboxing. So we'll see what this video ends up, like how much I'm able to edit this down. Maybe this is gonna be more like, is there gonna be a daily vlog behind this? I don't know. Either way, I thoroughly enjoyed sitting here talking to you guys today. And just having like a good morning chit chat about the mind. I love you guys. Stay strong, stay sassy. I believe in you. The rest of the Swamp family believes in you, and I love you guys. And I was supposed to be waking up now. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will see y'all again very, very soon. Bye. I've held this phone the entire time. Does anybody else do that? Like if you're talking about something difficult, you like crutch on holding something? I'm always like that. I feel like anytime I sit down and have a serious conversation, I'm holding a beauty blender, a 20-year-old phone, I spat everywhere, a pin. You never know what I'm gonna hold next. Anyway, I love you guys. Bye.